How's it going, guys? It's a really warm winter day. There's still a lot of snow on the ground. It's also Christmas Eve. I'm out for a little walk, and the point of this vlog is to test out my new toy, this GoPro. So the things I'm really curious about are how good is the stabilization while walking and running, and I know all those things are really good. I just want to see it for myself. And how cool is the hyper warp, or the what's it called? I call it time warp. I want to try the time warp feature. What else? Maybe slow-mo. And if I do all those things, it will be a successful GoPro walk. Alright, so there's no one else around me right now, so this is a good time to try my walking and running tests. I'm gonna put my camera that way and just watch and see how good the stabilization is. Alright, so I'm near Porter Square, and there's this really cool like spinning thing right there, maybe you can see. But anyway, I think it'll be a really cool, it can make a really cool hyperlapse. I'm gonna try that out. My glasses are really foggy. So I'm getting near Harvard Square. As you can imagine, everything's getting a little bit fancier. So I'm gonna do some hyperlapses around these statues, and I think that'll look pretty cool too. Apparently I was in narrow mode. That's why everything looked so tight. It shouldn't be in a GoPro. It should be very wide. So there we go. Right now I'm gonna try running towards that thing. And I'm really curious about this because I definitely want to film some of my trail runs. That's one of the reasons I want a GoPro. So I'm gonna see how good the stabilization is running towards that. A normal video setting, just select the wide lens and stuff. Somebody's mad. And I don't have any mounts yet, so I'm just holding it with my hands. I'm sure. Yeah, I should get some mounts. You can do a lot more with mounts, but for now it's just handheld. I made it to the Charles River. Apparently this road, Memorial Drive, is closed, which is kind of awesome. So here's the river. I'm gonna take a few pictures of the river and probably run down the road some more, see how it does. One thing I'm curious about is the difference in how it'll look if I do a hyperlapse versus if I just take a video and then speed it up later, because the stabilization is really good for videos too. So I'm a little curious about what difference that will make. Alright, this should be a decent test of how good it is when it's windy out, because it's very windy up here on this bridge along the river. There's still some ice, which is kind of cool, even though it's been super warm lately. So how do I sound in the wind? I'm curious about that. Honestly, my first impression, the GoPro's pretty fun. It's really small, and even though I still like to film when there's like nobody around me and I'm on a bridge all by myself, it's definitely a lot. I don't know, I find it easier to film myself than like a bigger camera. Alright, I'm gonna head on home and take a look at how the footage looks. I'm really excited. I had a lot of fun on this vlog filming with my GoPro, so yeah, pretty excited to see how it looks. Alright, I'm gonna Alright, so I'm in the subway now. This is a good chance to see how well it does when it's not very good light, so it's pretty dark in here. I missed the train because I was messing around with my GoPro. So I'm just about done with my walk. Hopefully I got some footage that'll be informative. Yeah, I did a lot more hyperlapses than anything else, since walking around the city is kind of boring, and hyperlapses look really cool no matter what, I think. I'm gonna end off with one more hyperlapse.